Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today we're going to be taking a stream highlight from yesterday's Historic Brawl stream. The highlight of the deck for me, or the day for me, should I say, was the Kaza combo list. So this is a commander that we've played on in the past before, and it was really awesome. It was a little bit of a meme that ended up performing quite well. Today, it's still kind of a meme, but it performed exceptionally well. So Kaza Roil Chaser is a 2-mana 1/2 with flying and haste. It says the next instant and sorcery spell you cast this turn costs X less to cast, where X is the number of wizards you control as this ability resolves. So on its own, Kaza will cost reduce for 1. Obviously, for additional wizards along the way, you get more out of it. Now then, Strixhaven's come out, and guess what we've got? Lots of wizards. We've got an honorary Kaza here, actually, in Maelstrom Muse, a 4-mana 2/4. Basically does the same kind of thing. When it attacks, it reduces the cost of the next instant and sorcery spell you cast by the Maelstrom Muse's power, which is really cool. But the one thing that we're going to be doing with this deck, it's kind of like a tempo combo list. We're going to be casting really big Izzet spells. So I'm sure most of you, if you've been playing Limited, you'll know that there are quite a fair few large Izzet spells. Magma Opus and Creative Outburst being the best two. So these guys are going to be doing a lot. They can also, in the early game, generate you a treasure token as well, which is really useful at getting to these spells in the late game. We can take extra turns as well, because we've got Khan's Temporal Sundering, as well as Time Warp from the Mystical Archives, which is really awesome. Being able to set up a board of like Drakes with Talrand or Adelays with the Lord effect from the instant and sorcery, getting in for a little bit of combat, taking that extra turn and getting that extra swing is the combo potential that we really need. We got Prismari Command as well, so it's a removal spell, it's card draw, and it also ramps and kills artifacts like Arcane Signet. So you know you're going to get some serious use out of this. Kaza on its own will cost reduce this to a 2-mana spell. So imagine picking 2 of those for 2 mana. It's really good. If you choose the treasure, you basically cast it for 1 as well. So there's lots of stuff to do there. Multiple choice is like a bad opt for its X1, but with Kaza, if you get to the X equals 4, which is really easy to do, then you get yourself a 4/4, a bounce spell, and a opt in addition to the rest of it, so it's pretty cool. And yeah, what we're going to be doing most of the time is we're going to be going off with something like Apex of Power, exiling 7 cards, giving us 10 mana. Remember that it's a 10 mana spell that generates as 10 mana, but with Kaza we can reduce that price. So essentially what we can do with this is we can ramp with an Apex of Power as well as drawing cards. It's stupid. It's really good. Seagate Restoration draws cards equal to the number of cards we have in hand. We can get this as cheap as 3 mana. So it's a 3 mana draw 3 quite a lot of the time, but it can also be something really ridiculous as well. If we've got a 7 card hand, then we can play this down to 6 cards, and it'll be a 3 mana draw 7. Really good. Practical Research just fits in the deck. It's a draw 4 for 5, except for it isn't. And then you can discard a card unless you discard an instant or sorcery, which is basically the entire point of our deck. And yeah, I'm not going to go into too much other than that though. There's a lot of cool new cards in here, counter spells, expressive iterations. They all do a wonderful thing, and I think you're pretty much going to see every single card in the deck played today in today's video, and they all do a ridiculous thing. There's a couple of memey ones as well. We do end up playing Dualcaster Mage, doing something really ridiculously funny with it. If you want to have a laugh, sorry, then yeah, this video's for you. Anyway, if you do enjoy the content though, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get to the content, shall we? This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button down below, or check out the Patreon link in the description. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. It should play quite like a tempo list. Not sure. We'll see how it goes. Like, I have made a big sweeping change to this list. It used to be relatively good. So we'll see if it's still reasonably good. This one's a weird one. I kind of feel like we take the free mull on it. And this one looks a little bit better, so we'll keep this. I'm going to Evolving Wilds first. Because I want to shuffle before I scry, otherwise I just ruin the scry. So we'll grab a mountain with this. Did Omnispell Adept get cut? How astute of you to notice that. Yes, it did. It's garbage. It was a terrible card. Alright, so we're going to go with Kaza. Not planning on using her, so let's just get in for 1 point. And see what happens from there. Yeah, it was a nice thought to assume that something like that was going to work out, but yeah. Playing a 5-mana creature that has to untap. Huh. I don't want that. This costs blue to activate. So I can't really cast anything. So I'm just going to get in for 1 here, sorry. And then untap. Hold open the Denial. I'd be surprised if they just pass here. Yeah, Judith coming down. I think Judith is fine. If they want to play a little game with us on that, by all means. Let's play the Snarl. Play the Storm Tamer. And then we're going to pass. We're kind of getting where we want to be. Were any of the colours lessons close to inclusion? They were, but they're not too impactful. Like, it's nice to do a free spell, but when I looked at the coloured spells that we were cost reducing, although they weren't free, they were still doing disgusting things. I think I'm just going to Lofty Denial that, right? They could have a Fatal Push or a Shock, which would kind of suck. But this stops me getting, like, pinged from Judith. Okay. That's a card. So we could do a little bit of a tempo swing with Temporal Sundering. I think we want to do the tempo. I think they've proven they don't have a burn spell here, so like we just take an extra turn. Might as well bounce the Judith. You can only do this as a sorcery, right? Only during your turn. I'll dump this card so we can have an extra land to work with. If we draw a land off the top, that means we can do Muse here. I think we'll just go with Chemisters, honestly. Okay. Not too bad. Kaza should have Vigilance. To be honest, maybe, yeah. It's not really a blue or red thing, though, right? Is it a color pie break at that point? Predator. Alright, this is, I think, where things get a bit crazy. So we've got this Archmage, which somebody asked if it was good, and I said, in Brawl, yes. And it's probably going to show you why, no doubt. So let's just, like, Chemist's Insight. Discard at this point. Probably the Swan Song. And then we could discard if we really wanted to. I think we just want to leave open the mana here, though. Although, I get to Prismari command. If I swing like this, my next spell becomes castable. So if they block, I can kill the Predator. Do I kill the Talisman? I kind of feel like I do. Let's draw and discard as well. Like, we leave our shields down, but I think that's okay. Get rid of Riptide Lab and Arcane Signet at this point, I think. Blue and red are the colours that never get vigilance. Yeah, and I think black as well. It's like green, white are usually the ones that just get it. Chained Brute. I hadn't seen that card in a long time. Oh my. So that's a pretty good pickup. So we got Adelaide's. Now all of our spells are going to be giving us a little bit of a boost. Then we're just going to go with Kicked Inscription here. We're going to bounce 2 creatures, scry, and then make an illusion. So you're getting bounced, and you're getting bounced. We're going to create a token. Draw a card. So they can do a little bit of sacking with Mayhem Devil if they want to, but I wouldn't necessarily expect them to. I don't really want any of these, so let's draw some new cards. Oh, those are good cards. And then we swing. Oh, by the way. Oh! Extra turn spell. Alright, this deck's sick. This deck's actually disgustingly good. Let's do Creative Outburst. 5 damage to any target. You. Draw Lord Effect. Just put Magma Opus in my hand, I guess, because I can. Swing for lethal. And we could also deal 4 damage divided as we choose as well. So we could get rid of the Chain Brute, or we could just hit our opponent in the face for lethal there as well. Wow. Kaza Royal Chaser. It's a thing, alright. Here we go, Cody's Kovacs. I'm so excited. Didn't want to type it again. Hey, that's fair. Alright, I'm gonna keep this hand. It looks good. Yeah, if you guys want to play some Brawl, by all means, !Q space join. It's written in the stream title if you do want to play some Brawl against me. It's completely no pressure, don't you worry. Alright, so let's discuss Bam's commander, shall we? A 3-mana 1/4. Once it's in play, Bam can't cast permanents. However, what Bam can do is pay 4 and tap it and add 5 mana. And then whenever you cast your next spell, exile from the top of your library until you exile an instant or sorcery with lesser mana value. Until end of turn, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Each other card exiled this way, put each other card exiled this way on the bottom of your library or in a random order. It's a thing. It's it's a thing. Yeah, I think the meme dream is to gift it to me so that I can't cast permanent spells. Brawl. For the record, it is usually a houseband card, but I made an exception for Bam here, because he said he wasn't running any counter magic, which is the whole reason why I hate this card and everyone else does as well. Let's go with Arcane Signet here. Oops, all spells. Mostly, yeah. I don't know what Bam's up to. He's kept most of his deck building a secret. Clearly, there is a permanent in his deck. Alright, so I want to... Probably play Kaza. Trying to play around like Sensor here, but I can't really do it anymore. Actually, no, he didn't have counters, because he promised. I forgot. He's got something. But promises are promise, chat. We keep our promises around here. Unless we forget that we made the promises in the first place, and then they're excused. Wow, that's disgustingly good. Alright. Prismari command, kill my commander and the mana dog that was going to help it come out next turn again. Wow. Quite brutal. I'm seeing a lot of guild gates in here. Not Maze's End, are you? Oh god, what happens if he's Maze's End? Wouldn't that be wild? Chromatic Lantern, so still got permanents they want to play, because otherwise Cody would have been brilliant there, right? You are Maze's End, oh my god. I knew it. I knew it. It's one of the win cons. Oh god. So if you can't play permanent, cast permanent spells, at least you can make land drops. I see your thinking, and I approve. I mean, what are we doing? So could play Emeritus here. It's not exactly the best move in the world, but you know, we basically just beg for no sweeper, I guess. No sweeper, no sweeper, no sweeper. Good old Cody. I've got Cody's cousin here. I actually haven't clicked on this thing yet. Wow. What an exciting pet. Alright, here's Cody. A bit spooky. So I guess I go with Kaza here. Swing? No, we don't swing. We don't take 1 damage for the potential to do this. Today you learned Cody's a creature. What else was Cody gonna be? Growth Spiral. Nice. I see you were unfortunate enough to open one of these rares. Oh god, there's Maze's End. And Rakdos Guildgate. On earth is this? Create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Put X 1/1 counters on it, where X is 1 plus the total number of instants and sorcery spells you own in exile in your graveyard. Alright. So this is kind of why we held open Tail's End. So I could stop Cody doing nonsense. I don't want to find out what Cody goes and tutors into. But you can have your Fractal. That's a pretty good pickup, by the way. We do need another red land for it, but if we can get that, good stuff. Alright. We did not get another red land. So let's reduce Khan's Temporal Sundering by 3. I mean, I guess we're bouncing Cody, right? Slow that down. Oh god, that was loud. Jesus, we got a red source as well. Alright, so slap that down on red. We're going to then draw some more cards. No swing here. That's pretty good. Okay. Now we're going to tap Kaza. We could do a 3-mana Seagate Restoration here. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. It stops us from time warping, though. So maybe that's the thing we want to be doing. If I did this, what am I doing after? Playing Champion of Wits, I guess. Alright, extra turn. Draw. Loud noises, by the way. Champion of Wits. We're not going to need that, because we got this. Let's get rid of Siren Storm Tamer. It's kind of a free creature, but I don't know. Not sure we need it. Alright, Mountain. Apex of Power. Top 7 cards. We're going to go with... I guess we're going with blue. What am I doing anymore? Alright. Could do Expressive Iteration. How many cards we got in hand right now? 6. So we'd be drawing 6 cards with Seagate Restoration if that's where we wanted to go with that. You're going to be doing what? Suppose you could do a thing. So bounce a permanent, create a copy, and draw a card. So we're going to bounce the Brawl, create a copy of Archmage, and draw a card. Alright. Then we're going to... It's Magma? Oh my god, what are we even doing? Draw all the cards. When in doubt, when in doubt, just draw them all. Every card, please. Oh my god. Alright. Just what is going on? I think we're passing, right? We're just passing. So we've got a 13 card hand now. It's got to be something we could do in this hand with, yeah, we can do this. That's what we're looking for. So that's fine. A literal time walk. Good stuff, right? I think we interacted with Bam's deck a little bit too much. I think that was an issue in his deck building situation here. He did ask me not to, and well, I couldn't help myself. So now we're gonna go tap this. I mean, I could always Field of Ruin the Maze's End at any point, but I don't want to destroy his hopes and dreams that much. Okay, so now I've got, like, super duper mega mana with Kaza. This Magma Opus costs 2 mana. That seems reasonable. 4 damage divided out of choose. Tap some permanents. Alright, we're gonna hit the Fractal and his face. We're gonna tap the Lantern and that. 1, 2, 3 to 1, yeah. Do that. Gain 1,000,000 mana. Draco Sinus, thank you very much for the follow, my friend. Enjoy Magic but fancy a challenge? Try play this deck. Oh god. Alright. Mana has been floated. That's a pickup. Alright, so we just send it. We hold this open because I think it's funny. And it might do something, who knows? Alright. Pass the turn. Maze's End. I'm pretty sure we're not just dead to Maze's End, right? 10 or more gates. It's just not gonna happen. I think it's not gonna happen. I mean, what else could I do, really? I can command them. That won't do much for me. Yeah. Let's just hold this open and see if it gets any use. I feel it's possible. Mizzix Mastery! Alright, so I get to cast all of these. So I'll cast the Magma Opus. Go in there. Tap, tap. I knew Dual Caster Mage was a good pickup. I'll take an extra turn. I'll let Bam draw 7 cards. I will play Chemisters. I could counter his Mizzix Mastery, which is really hilarious, but I also don't want to. So I'm just going to draw a single card and make a copy. I'm going to copy... Oh, have I got infinite combo, actually? So I can copy Dual Caster Mage, draw a card. I'm just going to decline the rest. Oh my god. I might have decked myself, honestly. It's entirely possible I've decked myself. My deck made your deck better. Yeah, you really did. We've got 22 triggers on the stack right now. It's entirely possible and almost guaranteed, yeah, that I've killed myself. Oh, God. Just know, Bam, that I actually had lethal. I just chose to change it up a little bit. So I could have just done, I think, Magma Opus to your face, and then... I think I had another one as well, right? I could copy... Yeah, I could copy the Dual Caster Mage, which copies the Magma Opus. And then for another 4. Drawing significantly less cards. Wow. But, never has there been a stack quite like it. Alright. This is a Layla. Usually artifacts or enchantments. Matter kind of deck. Does this care about non-tokens? Oh, it's only cast artifacts or enchantments. I was going to say, like, I wonder if there was a few treasure cards that would do tokens for fairies, but... Yeah, I'm not sure where this one's going to go, as to whether or not it's been changed or not, or anything like that. This hand looks really nice. Like, this looks like a good Izzet hand without combo potential. Leyline of Anticipation enters the field immediately, giving our opponent flash on all their spells for the rest of the game. Not much I can do about that. Tap land, though, gives me a little bit of breathing room. So I think you want to cast this on turn 3, because you get to play the land that you hit off of this, if you do hit a land. Which is really nice. You really want to be trying to get the exile card to give you value. So this is really a 3-drop. So I think I'm just going to go with Castle Vantress, play Arcane Signet here. And can't do an X's 0 that matters. This card seems really dope in a Kaza list as well. I feel like the X's 4 is so easily doable. And then anything less than it's just really nice all the same. Scry 1, draw 1. It replaced Opt. I literally pulled Opt out for this one, so... It's a 2-mana Opt, or it's a 3-mana bouncer spell, or it's a 4-mana 4/4, or it's a 5-mana 4/4 bouncer spell, scry 1, draw 1. I think the possibilities are very nice. The question is, what are we doing now? Because we have made our land drop, so I'm not going to be going with the Expressive Iteration. I think maybe just go for Kaza here. I might just destroy the Cold Steel Heart, honestly. You want to keep a Layla away as best you can. So, destroy artifact. It's just a question of what do we do with the rest. I think probably just... I think a treasure token's just totally fine. Ramp us, mana screw them, hopefully. Dragon's Approach win rate? Probably it won't be great later. I got very lucky with that Dragon's Approach list, though, and it was winning way more than it probably should have. But I would never recommend crafting it, honestly, unless you've already got the cards, then by all means test it out. I mean, Dragon's Approach is a common, and you only need 4 of them, so in that regard, it's not too costly, which is nice. We're gonna go with this on blue. Then we're playing Kaza again. So we can do this by cracking a treasure, or we can not deal 1 damage. To do it that way as well. I think it's perfectly well worth not dealing 1 damage here. It's going to be so minimal in the grand scheme of things when we think about what this deck has been doing so far. Okay. So Naxor is probably just going to pass. There's no real reason for them to play on their turn most of the time because of the ley line giving spells flash. They might as well just do everything on my turn. So I think I'll just go with an expressive iteration here. So, which one do I want in my hand? We'll take this one. 1 into my library, and then 1 into exile. We're going to go with the Sulphur Falls. And then we can play the Sulphur Falls for the turn, and that's why this card is good, for being able to do that. And then we're going to pass. Probably not auto-pass, actually. And you're about to find out why Leyline of Anticipation is very good. Because now they can force me to tap out on my own turn, untap, and then do their own thing. So it's whether or not I really want to be dealing with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's no way I can do this and this, but what I can do instead is cost reduce and get some value. So we get rid of a Layla, bounce their Leyline. Creature we don't do, so we just draw a card. So we're gonna bounce their Leyline, draw a card. Really awesome pickup from us with the Sublime Epiphany there. Most of the rares in Dragon's Approach are the ones that I use all the time, so it's probably not a big risk to craft. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna play the decks that I play, then that's certainly the case. Like, Faithless Looting is a highly playable card. What else was there? All the Sweltering Suns and Anger of the Gods are just really good. Yeah, I guess we're gonna keep that. 3, 6. So actually, let's just have a super duper hand. It's gonna be like they get their turn, but it's gonna be hard beating this hand now. I should just bury them in card advantage, I would think. Or deck myself. That could also work. So if they really wanted to resolve something here, that would be the best time to do it. Solemn Simulacrum, okay. So now what am I doing with my turn? I think I want to go with Talrand, Soul Scar Mage, and then maybe just leave it at that. Or we could do this and this. That's probably worth something, I think. Let's just get him for 1, pass the turn. I think these 2 cards are going to be what we want here. We make them tap out, maybe. And then go on to do our disgusting things. When have I ever decked myself? Yeah, that never happens. There's no evidence to base that off. All right, so get in for 2. Interesting. Maybe they're afraid of a flash creature that would profitably attack here. They're going to go with the Conclave Tribunal. Notably using the Solemn to do it as well. So we want to counterspell that so we get a Drake. Looks like they want to fight over something. So if they have a counterspell here, then that would suck, but looks like they don't. And we get to untap. Alright. So this is where things get a little bit tasty. So we're gonna I'll also play Lavamancer, actually, because this is just more cost reduction. That gives us 4 total wizards, so 4 cost reduction on Khan's Temporal Sundering here, so take an extra turn, bounce the ley line, force them to react if they want something. Don't know about my deck, just made it, so it probably isn't that good. Well, if you want to go up against the terrible deck, I can certainly do that, because we've played one today. Alright, so getting for 4. We've got an extra turn coming. Settle the wreckage. No. Another Drake token. So now our extra turn, we try to figure out how we kill our opponent. I think Kaza represents more damage as a Magma Opus here. 4 damage to you. Yeah, tap those. Not really what we wanted to hit, honestly, but can't really pretend that we're not hilariously ahead right now. So you use Grim Lavamancer as a shock instead of just a 1 damage ping. It's a God of Fright deck, so I'm more worried if it's going to be annoying. Don't worry about it. If it isn't on my ban list, it's not annoying enough to destroy. I think I'm fine with that. I think we can't really afford to drop this for something that doesn't change the game too much, or swing it in our opponent's favor, you know? So if I was them, I would probably be looking for a solemn swing for the card draw potential. Like, I wouldn't block it, but they're just dead on the swing back, so they really need me to block that right there. But yeah, just dead on board that way. Alright, in we go. Do I promise to have a Cody deck for the next Historic Brawl stream? It's a week away, probably, so I think I can comfortably make that promise, sure. I don't like making promises much, because I don't act on them most of the time, but that one I feel like I can make that one happen. Opponent goes first. This hand is it's fine, I guess. It's fine, I guess. I don't know, I kind of would have liked a little bit more interaction that's not based around bouncing my opponent's creatures in a archetype that cares about being bounced. Just 2 cents on that one. Just go Mountain Go. I might keep this, because every single time we've cast it, it's been absolutely disgusting. Alright, we're gonna go blue, we're gonna go Kaza, we're gonna kind of hope that our opponent doesn't have a removal spell. What a mirror match. Well then, that would be amusing. Alright, get in with Kaza. No black mana from them, that's a good sign. Maybe just a ramp spell here, the 3 mana elf that never misses. Risen Reef. That also works. Not a land. Alright, I think I'm going to go with Burning Prophet and pass the turn here. Now we've got this available to us. Should be pretty good. Bolts in for Panharmonicon. Wow. I guess we probably have to get rid of that. We'll bottom you. I'm not sure what we're looking for, but that's definitely not what we're looking for. Mountain. Alright, activate. And then we'll go for a 3 mana draw for. Instant, enchantment, or sorcery. Nah. Alright, then we will discard probably Magma Opus. Play Lavamancer and swing for 2. Slowly trying to inch out an ever-increasing power level of board here. Take 1. Okay. So we could tempo swing them for sure with a Baron. Then that's probably the plan. So play Baron. Just bounce Llanowar Visionary, keep them off the mana. And I think we're just swinging with the team here. Actually, no, we're swinging with you, and we're killing Risen Reef. Get rid of you, and you. Can't remember if I've actually got any graveyard interaction. I guess if our opponent plays Mizzix Mastery, then I do. How do you get the Strixhaven avatars? They're in the Mastery Pass. I think you can get a couple of Mastery Orbs for free without the Mastery Pass, but I don't know if you can get them all. No! Okay. I have an elk now. This costs 8, thanks to Kaza being an elk. Guess I could do 2 creatures to their opponent's hands, this one and this one. Land? Nah. Back to my hand. And then get it back into play. Swing with the squad and hope for the best. Oh, we also get to draw a card. Cool. Is that just when, Oh yeah. I thought... Honestly, I'm used to this just being the... only getting the draw effect when it's Baron doing it. Yeah, that's really a thing. Alright, do we win? I think there's a really good chance that we just have one. So, let's play... Why would you do that? You. Talrand Sky Summoner. Activate Kaza. Take an extra turn, bounce Yarok. Electromancer to the bottom. And then I think we've got a Grim Lavamancer activation here, so we'll take that. You and you, I guess. And swing for 2. I think we got there. Ooh, we can play another wizard. We want to do a 3-mana draw 3. And not draw a land. That should do it, right? Bounce the Grazer and swing. Sweet.